Hello beautiful people, LosingDrea here. Today it is October 2nd, 2017, and this actually marks the 6th year anniversary since I started my original weight loss journey here on my channel. My channel was started a few days after the fact. However, October 2nd is the actual day that I myself had started on my journey, got sick and tired of being sick and tired, and decided I needed to do something about how I was living, and I needed to change my lifestyle. So if you're already a longtime subscriber of mine and you've been following me along on my channel, then you may already know all of this. However, if you're just finding this video and finding me through this video right now, then this information obviously is something you might want to listen to. So on October 2nd, 2011, I basically was looking at a video that comes up on the suggested videos on the sideline here on the page that shows videos, and I was watching another friend of mine who was already in the YouTube online weight loss community, and I had followed her for many reasons. One, because she was a crafter, and also because she was at the time suffering from obesity, and she was trying desperately to get weight loss surgery. And my mom is a longtime post-op weight loss recipient. She got weight loss surgery, I believe it was 2003 or 4, something around there. She's been like 15, 16 years out. She had the Roux-en-Y. So in any case, like everything with my mother, I've gone ahead and paid attention at the seminars, and I did all the things that she was supposed to do as far as getting our support group. And so I started following people on the YouTube weight loss community, and thus found Quilting Connie B. And through her, I found her sister, Gastric Rose, Rosemary, or Mama Rose, for many of you who might know her. And yeah, I used to watch them religiously. I still do when I can. And since it's a blessing to say that Quilting Connie B has had gastric bypass surgery, thanks to the Weight Loss Surgery Foundation, who helps people who can't get it through other means like insurance, and are paying cash for it because they can't afford it. They give grants to those types of people. And so she was a lucky recipient, the first lucky recipient of one of those grants from what I understand. Okay, so in any case, let me get back to me. So yeah, this is my 6-year anniversary of my attempting to change my lifestyle and thus lose weight. When I started, I was probably 300 plus pounds. I say that without actual knowing, you know, the actual number, due to the fact that I had never cared to get on a scale. I had gotten really depressed, and things that were going on in my life, stress and whatnot, were really keeping me from caring about myself as much as I should have. And while I did normal everyday things to keep my hygiene and whatnot up, it was clear that I wasn't doing what I needed to do for my weight. And it got out of control, we'll just say that. So in any case, as I'm watching one of the videos from either Quilting Connie B or Gastric Rose, these suggested videos on the side of the screen here came up and said, showed a girl that kind of looked like me, and it stated something about the fact that she had lost over 125 pounds with what was it? Oh, sparkpeople.com and Weight Watchers. I'm sorry, kind of lost my train of thought for a moment just because I looked over there, you know, like squirrel. Easily sidetracked still. So yeah, in any case, her name was Losing Jess, and Jess had lost at that time over 125 pounds and was becoming one of these like lifelong members and a spokesperson of some sort, or something to do with Weight Watchers, due to, you know, her efforts, sort of as a reward for her efforts, and for her knowledge. I guess they wanted to use her. I don't really know how that works with Weight Watchers, but in any case, I knew I didn't want to do Weight Watchers, and I knew that I couldn't really afford a program, and I didn't want to do pills or potions and shakes and all those kind of things. I didn't want to be tied down to somebody telling me what I should do as far as following instructions or any sort of dieting rules, and actually the word, the big D word, as I called it then, was something that I did not want to speak of for quite a long time. So yeah, in any case, seeing her video, it inspired me to think that, well, if she can do it, and I looked so similar, I felt that I looked so similar to this girl, that if she can do it, that I could do it too. Why not? So I went on sparkpeople.com. It's free to join. It was free to join then. It's still, I believe, free to join now, at least for the basics, is using it for a nutritional tracking, so you know what you're eating as far as your calories. And I was just counting calories at that time, watching what I eat, measuring my foods. I didn't drink soda, so I never drank enough water. I never did enough exercise, but I was doing what I could. And here and there I was getting on my Wii, and I was trying to exercise with the Wii and do a little bit of what I could here and there. But the most part was that I was going on a daily basis to the farmer's market or produce department at whatever store, and I was buying fresh fruit every day. Fruits and vegetables and whatever I was eating, I would buy it fresh every day. But it got me to go to the store every day, actually got me to get in some walking and some exercise. I mean, that's what I consider to be my exercise. So, I lived a very sedative life for many years of my life. My job was and still is a sit-down, very sedative job, and it really kept me from moving as much as I probably should have been moving, and definitely not eating like I should have. I worked nights, so I would sleep most of the day, and then when I would wake up, I would cram in as much food as I could eat what I would consider my dinner time before going on to work. And then later at night, or even when I got off at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, I was eating and then going to bed. So my metabolism basically had stopped or really slowed down to the point where it wasn't helping me at all in the matter of losing any weight. And it just made for a very, very ill Drea. So, in any case, by that inspiration from losing Jess, I decided I was going to do something. I had joined Spark People. That was October 2nd, 2011. And then I created my channel just a couple of days after the fact, when I decided I wasn't going to hide behind the camera with just my hands. Because at that time, I had a craft channel, Creative Babe, and I still have it. I just don't upload to it, but I've been thinking about it, as well as thinking about whether or not I should just do that on this channel, so I just have one channel to keep up with. But I do have so many videos on this channel that are related to food or some sort of different lifestyle, like the ketogenic way of living, which is what I'm trying to do, because it does work for me as far as getting me to rid myself of the cravings of all the sugary and simple carbs, which are not good for my body. And when I say simple carbs, I mean the things that are not good for your body, like grains and breads and things like that, and cake, cookies, yada yada. Okay, so getting back on track, because I have a hard time doing that, and I'm sorry if I am very redundant in some of the stuff that I say. I'm all over the place because none of this is scripted. It is real life, folks. It's just who I am and how I am, and oh well, hopefully I don't say and ah a lot. That was another problem that I had and still might have, just haven't noticed it at the moment. But yeah, it's been a while, and no, I haven't met my any of my goals. My first goal originally, and if you read my channel, you would see that my intentions was to lose half of me, half of my weight, which at 300 pounds would be about 150 pounds, 149, 150 pounds. I'm 5'4" tall, and I really don't go by what the National American Standard scale or what have you is, but I believe at that weight, which I have been, oops, I clicked it, which I have been in the past, is a good weight for me. But it's been a very, very long time. It's been since my teens that I've been that weight, that size. Okay, so that being said, let's see, I'm 47 years old. I'm a Taurus, in case any of you are into the zodiac and want to know why it is that I proclaim to be so creative. And Gosh, what else can I tell you guys? Really, seriously. Yeah, so I didn't ever make it to my first goal, which was Wonderland. However, I never gave up. There's been a few times, well, quite a few times, that I have stumbled and fallen off track. And for one reason or another, whether it were just my excuses or actual things that just transpired that I felt I had no control over of my own, I fell off track and I would gain a few pounds back and then lose some and then gain and lose and gain and lose. And lately the issue was Hurricane Irma. There wasn't any decent ketogenic type food on the shelves that I can possibly gather up for me or my mother, who I have gotten on the ketogenic lifestyle with me. There's somebody else in our house that is not on the ketogenic lifestyle whatsoever, and he had gastric bypass surgery, and I'm speaking of my husband. He had gastric bypass probably, I want to say, a good 3 or 4 years ago now. Can't remember the exact year it was. However, he almost immediately, as soon as he realized he can drink soda and eat garbage, was doing that. In fact, funny little story I'll tell you right quick was he was volunteering in one of our local hospitals, and I think he had a Mountain Dew, his favorite drink of choice, in his hand, and he gets on the elevator and it stops at a floor, and who gets on the elevator but his surgeon who did his gastric bypass surgery, and he sees him with the soda in his hand. I'm not going to tell you the exact words because I don't remember them as they were told to me because I wasn't present when this happened. However, the doctor wasn't very happy with seeing his patient doing one of the main things that they strongly recommend you don't do, especially either before, during, or after gastric bypass surgery. So he had the VSG, the vertical sleeve gastrectomy, and my mom had the Roux-en-Y. And so here I am living in a house with two people who have had weight loss surgery to help aid them. Now take note of that, aid them, because it's just a tool. It only helps. You still have to change what's in here, the way you think about food, the way you process what or how much of it you're going to eat and what types of food you're going to eat. You have to learn about food. And so I've been doing that since October 2nd, 2011. A little bit slowly through Spark People, I started to actually, without even effort, know and learn about food, calories, the serving sizes, how to read nutrition labels. And here I was, 41 years old, and I had not really known how to do any of that stuff for myself for most of my life. And I was learning a little bit slowly, like I said, by no effort, because it wasn't like I sought to learn these things. I just was looking to change my lifestyle and try to lose a little weight so I would feel better, because I was having pains in the top of my foot and aches and pains in my arms and my legs and all kinds of stuff. And I was having a hard time with lower back sciatic pain and all this kind of stuff, and headaches and everything else you could imagine, with being very unhealthy, which I clearly was. So let's fast forward. Let's see. I want to say about 5 months in, I had lost the majority of my weight. I remember being about the same weight, well, actually less than I am now, on April, it was April, mid-April of 2012. So I'd say about 5 months. So you figure October, November, December, January, February. Okay, so like April, I'm 246 pounds, and I remember being so happy and actually seeing myself in a video that I did for Velada, whatever it was, a Scentsy Warmers sister company that did chocolate fondue. And go figure, like, the worst thing I could have done for myself at that time was to take the focus off of me and what I was doing for me and put it on trying to sell something for a company. And, like, I say this with love to anybody that's out there starting companies like Unique or Scentsy or Origami Owl or any of those, like, independent contractor type, like, situations where you really got to put your all into it if you're going to make it work at all. And even if I did take the focus off myself, I was my best customer, and I pretty much in the end was my only customer. And I'm not saying that against these companies, but I'm saying for me anyways, this addict, it's very easy for me to adopt a new addiction and replace the old with something new, which is good in some cases, but not good in others. And like now my new addiction is crafting. So if you can see that machine behind me, it's a die cutting machine, and that's my new obsession. And over there is like alcohol inks and paints and embossing powders and you name it, I got it. And what am I doing with it now lately? I'm just working on organization. And so those are some of the things that I want to kind of bring either to this channel here or back to my crafting channel, because to me it gives me something that gives me pleasure and takes me outside of the stress that I'm going through and other things which might cause me to overeat. Having a hobby for anybody that's going through anything in life, no matter what it is awesome, because stress, it induces a hormone called cortisol, and cortisol actually hinders weight loss. So you want to try to keep your stress levels down as much as you possibly can. That is a definite must. So that's what I do. You know, that's how I learned and what I learned, and that's what I try to do. So in any case, before I get completely off track again, you know, for those of you who watch my videos, and you know I always say, be the boss of your loss. Drinking coffee today with a couple of servings of heavy whipping cream, and actually a serving of coconut oil, because I know I have a thyroid issue. I need to go to the doctor and get that checked. However, it's been an ongoing thing that I've known about for a little while, and I've just failed to go and find out what I inevitably know, because I don't want to be put on any medicines. I'm not currently on any prescribed medicines, and I don't really want to be. I know my mom has an issue, and it's more likely just because I'm her daughter and of her blood that I have the same issue. But in any case, that's what I'm drinking in my coffee with a little bit of stevia. And this helps kickstart me into ketosis, which if I stay on this route and I stay away from as many carbs as I possibly can, keeping my carbs 20 or under, I will get rid of the cravings that for all the stuff that I had been eating and overeating during Irma. So that's what I'm doing today. My current weight, I don't know as today. I'm going to try not to weigh myself except for on Sundays. Yesterday being Sunday, I weighed myself. I was 258 pounds even. That is just 31 pounds shy of the 300-pound mark that I originally believed myself to be back 6 years ago. I've never regained all the weight I lost. At one point, at my highest weight, I was like 221.4 pounds that I had gotten down to. So it was like a total of 70, let me see here. I have my notes. It's like 78.4, I think it was 78.4 pounds. We'll say 78.4 pounds at my the most weight that I had taken off. And you know, you can see now with only 31 pounds to go backwards, that means I've gained like 47 pounds back that I had previously lost. And I lost and gained those pounds over and over and over again. It wasn't but about a month and a half ago, maybe, I want to say, maybe a little longer. I think it was like in May. I think I had gotten down into 238 or something like that. And then, but I popped back up again. I had gone on an egg fast, and when I came off the egg fast after being on it for almost, well, 11 whole days, almost 12, on the 12th day, I just ate all the things I hadn't eaten in over 100 and almost 80 days on keto. So I have to be very careful. I can't have treat or cheat days. There's no such thing for me as those kind of things, due to the fact that I am an addict. And when it comes to food, food is just a symptom of the disease of addiction. And I don't know when to stop. I might know when to stop. I think about stopping, but I just don't stop. Sometimes I get the efforts, and I don't care. And depending on my emotional well-being at that moment, and however I'm dealing with my emotions at that moment, I'll just keep eating, and I won't stop myself from eating, and I'll just keep going and going until I'm just, satisfied. And then usually I'll feel bad about it, but I'm not one to stay long kicking myself in the butt, but it doesn't help. So yeah, if you're someone who deals with the things that I deal with, then my channel is a channel for you. If you, like I said, are already a longtime subscriber of mine, you already know these things and you're still following me today and watching my videos, then thank you very much. I love you so much for helping me keep my channel growing. Comments are always welcomed. Questions are always welcomed. If there's something you want to see, something you want to know, please comment down below. If you haven't already liked this video or any of my videos, please do give them a thumbs up and like them and share them, and or just save them to your playlist so that you can watch them again later if it's something that I've said that really helps you a lot. And so yeah, with that said, I hope to see you guys soon with much better updates on my weight loss, not gains. And Sundays are going to be my weigh-ins, and I'll try to do the best I can with cooking videos and healthy mukbangs and things of that nature that I plan and have always planned to do on my channel, but for one reason or another always get sidetracked with stress and life, and just don't do, because that's the one thing I need to do for me is having videos. It keeps me accountable. So with that said, be happy, be healthy, be beautiful, but just be you, be the boss of your loss. Remember, if you're on a weight loss journey, and I will definitely be seeing you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Be blessed.